is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So let's talk about this murderous sister and weird plushy jumping in body experience. Um, to be fair, I actually thought this episode was kind of a callback to episode one, just where everything in general is kind of being flushed out, being talked about, just in the grand scheme of why and what will be um, pretty much expected when they go against anybody who has these powers, has these abilities, especially the sister who they're stalking out today, but wind up finding out, she's nowhere near as what the main guy expected. So he pretty much isn't even trying in the grand scheme of trying to like destroy her, right? Like right off the bat, he's not just going in and happy to do what he's doing because she's not giving off any type of personality or killer intent like the main girl pretty much told us it would be like. She's like, oh yeah, she killed our parents, she's a monster, she needs to be stopped, and all this stuff. But from what we are seeing, none of that seems to be true, right? So that's kind of where the main character is sitting. But the best part of it all was this girl looks very, very similar to the girl who we saw talking to the guy who picks up the coin. And whenever he's like inside the vending machine where the coins can be used, and once he comes out, supposedly he might not even be real in this world. And I say that because once he pulls up a phone and tries to take a picture of the coin, he's straight up holding it and you can't see the coin at all, which means the coin then pays for him to be seen. It's almost like you need this weird currency that can only be seen by certain people, and once those certain people actually use it, that's when he exists and he actually can physically do things in this world. And if the coins never get found, um, then he would probably be stuck in the vending machine, not getting anything he wanted done. So, really weird stuff. I am definitely curious of what's going to happen. Not only do we see a ridiculous amount of fan service that is probably going to continue to keep some people coming and watching the show, so good for them. But at the same time, so it wasn't needed at all. I think we're gonna see pretty much a fashion show of the main girl's underwear every single week, just because they can. Like they're gonna purposely try to put her in different underwear all the time, probably just to give her some style points for undergarments, I guess. Um, because to be fair, most animes when they have girls showing that stuff, they usually wear the same stuff over and over and over. So maybe this guy who created this kind of caught wind of it, or the animators who are just picking up the series. I mean, for all we know, if you haven't read the manga or like a source material where this comes from, you could guess and be like, yeah, this. I mean, in the source material, she always wore the same white underwear with like pink flowers. So why is she wearing anything else? This is extra, you know? Um, so that I always thought that type of stuff was interesting when whatever they choose to change or choose to add in the anime, if the author's just okay with it, they kind of just, be like, alright, well, do what you guys want. Just make sure the show and the timeline and the actual plot makes sense to what I've written, and you guys can do whatever you want to their underwear and stuff. Um, so everything we get this week was pretty much another reason as of why they're working together, who they're really going to be using all of this effort towards, And once they actually see the person they're supposed to be gunning for, that person winds up just being in a position where you can't actually tell what the heck she's thinking. And like I was saying, she looks like the girl from last week's episode at the very end because that person wanted the main guy for whatever reason, and she wanted to be with him, and that was like her wish if she could have one, right? So why all of a sudden is she the one telling us that she's the reason why he's in that suit? You know, she's she knows why he's trying to kill her because it's her fault he's in this situation and all this stuff, you know? So there you have it. It's getting really, really obvious that they want us to believe one thing while it could not even be true because last time I checked, unless they're going to explain the timeline a little bit, it looked like she did this stuff. She did the questioning or asking for that stuff after he already had been in the suit, or maybe it was a time weird difference that they didn't explain to us, that when we do see her talking to the guy and for the coin, maybe that was even before she had taken out her parents for whatever reason that she had to, right? So they left us pretty in the dark with that. Not only in the dark, we are seeing the true dark side of her when it comes down to hers. Pretty much hearing a woman's voice inside of the costume, thus sending her into a rage that would make sense that she killed the parents, right? It would make sense that she had the capability of doing it if she can just all of a sudden have this killer intent that doesn't fit her personality that we just met as a whole. So I thought that was really smart of how they played that. She's all sweet and, you know, kind of beating herself up for maybe doing what she did to him, but at the end of the day, there is a really dark side about her, and looks like we're going to be learning just what that is all about sooner than later. Um, for now, I definitely feel like this show is a slow burn, and I feel like they honestly don't care too much about the overall world building, because like someone said in my comment section in Instagram, the girl that was like the runner and stuff, she went to their school and they didn't even really address that she was killed or murdered, you know, like that someone from the school had died. So either there's no real way to hear about it, because maybe just like the guy in the vending machine, once you know, kind of summon him with the coin still doesn't exist to modern technology. Like it just doesn't pick up even in cameras. So what makes it what makes you think that the vending machine actually exists and you know everything we're seeing is actually real when you can aim a phone at something like the coin and it doesn't turn up real? So I honestly don't know what to really feel about this show because, like I said, she goes absolutely animalistic for the second time. First time she got shot at, the bullet missed, and she pretty much just reacted to it and tried to snuff out the person who did it. But after getting in a position where she could absolutely destroy him, the whole entire part of her not wanting to kill became apparent when or the reason why she didn't want to kill was more apparent thanks to her specifying and telling us just why she knew about the suit already. She was kind of figuring out how she was found by him, and clearly she really should be the girl who wanted him, because the only thing that sent her into another ballistic, beast-like rage was the fact that there was a girl inside of the costume, and to the point where she heard the voice and didn't recognize it to be her own sister, right? So that was the interesting part at the end of the day, was She didn't even recognize who the woman is inside, if they are, sisters or whatever. You would think she would might have noticed it, but as soon as she just heard girl, she's like, okay, yeah, I'm killing you. Um, which she did. She did really a good job of killing him. Ripped his head off. So I don't really know where this is going as a whole, but I truly did enjoy myself watching it. I honestly think this show has potential, but it's just really, really weird. It's by far one of the strangest shows that I've seen 3 episodes of, and I honestly don't know what the overall plot's going to still be. Are they going to have to hunt for coins? Are they just going to continue to, look for people that did them wrong and use this ability, like this power against whoever they really feel like deserves it, So we'll see how all this turns out. And I mean, if the guy's head actually got ripped off, then I guess they should have just literally thing. So I think this was the final episode. It was a nice season run. I don't think we're getting a season 2. The main character died. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I definitely will talk to you guys sooner than later. I got one more show for sure I want to get out to you. And after I get that out, I will talk to you when some more stuff comes out to talk about. So I hope you guys are having an amazing one. I did get a day off, so it's pretty nice to be able to record this when I want to, plus know that I get to talk to my anime people on multiple platforms. So I'll talk to you guys sooner than later. So with all that being said, take care and peace.